technology today. I mean, look at, we're all in different parts of the world, basically. I think I heard you say you're in the jungle, right? And it sounded like from the time zone, you're in the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast, and I didn't pick up where anyone else is at. But imagine if we had 1,000 people on this call right now. I don't know what the max is, but there's other technology out there where you can actually put that many people on one call and leverage the internet like never before. That's what's so phenomenal about the ILN opportunity and internet marketing in general.
Absolutely. I actually, you know what, now that you brought that up, that's awesome, because I just had an idea the other day, and I'm sure most of you guys that are experienced online know this already, but just the way my insight, or the way I was looking at it, was just like you said, us being in all different parts of the world. We're actually in Chicago, Illinois, so we got East Central Time, West Jungle Time, above the equator, below the equator. We have everything.
Jungle Time.
So, yeah. So what I was getting to is that the fact that what I'm noticing, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, is that building our online business, or our own online, I guess you could say, community. We're all part of ILN, which is a developed and built community, web, city, or village, however you want to call it. Being that we're new, we have our land in cyberspace. We don't have our own spot, but we can all go out there and create our traffic to us, and we all have our main hub where we go back to our promotions or our sales presentation. And I'm realizing, just like I was saying earlier, this is just another avenue for anybody who's interested in this type of industry to
that comes across, interrupts the flow. So
what's that? Okay, sorry. Can you hear me?
Keep going, then.
No, basically, what I'm saying is that I like the fact that we have our store that we're building, but also we have to create avenues to it. And just like multiple cities, I've noticed that multiple cities have the same name streets. For example, Facebook Avenue or Twitter Avenue, Google Plus Boulevard. If we don't have those roads, the people with those vehicles won't be able to get to our stores. And that's one of the biggest things I'm taking out of this, which I'm enjoying as far as building the business. My biggest question would be, for the guys who are experienced, and whoever would like to answer this, Tara, Shakumar, anybody Charles, anybody who's on this call, I would really like to know what's the biggest obstacles or the biggest challenges you guys have seen, getting involved and plugged into this online marketing.
Let me just answer this one, maybe for all people that are online, doing online business. I'm not even talking ILN, only ILN. I'm talking any online business. The biggest obstacle, guys, and it takes a lot to acknowledge this, is yourself. You are your biggest obstacle. It's like if most people know me, hey, I'm always in my thing, and if I have to do something, I go through it. Charles, you know how I am. Tara, you know how I am. I'm that guy, go for it. But also, I'm human. Sometimes I'm the one that also holding myself back, So in anything that you do, online, offline, the biggest obstacle, people can say anything that they want, but in reality, yourself. Because if you are not willing to put the left foot under the right foot or whatever, it will not move. If you're not ready to pick up the pen, it will not draw itself. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest obstacle of anything that you would do, anything, online, offline, is yourself. Yeah? Don't look for no excuses, nowhere, the neighbor or whatever, no, it's you. Yeah?
I got something to say.
Sure, go ahead.
It's a big thing that happened to me right here in the Internet Lifestyle Network. I've been in the industry for a long time and just failed the whole time. I got a lot of skills, but I didn't get nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got in here and I realized once I got into the apprentice training, that really kind of blew my fucking mind. It really did, because I was like, wait a minute, people been lying to me. It's the secret, And in there, I was able to let go of what everybody else is doing. Some are going to join, some aren't going to join, and it doesn't matter. I don't get hung up anymore on how much my team is producing. I'm just there for them. I make sure I'm on the Hangouts. And things work out way better. People produce on their own way more, and it's much easier to actually get people to sign up with you because you're not because you're relaxed about it. Before I was worried. I was always worried, really, really worried that I wasn't going to make any money. I quit my job 3 years ago, fell flat on my face, right in this industry, ended up going a year without running water or lights, and the entire time I was worried about money. Really hard to get your vibe right when shit's tough. So get your vibe right now, because things get tough. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And if you know that you can, if you're not going to shortcut the shortcut, because the internet marketing is the shortcut, don't shortcut any of it. Go through every step of that 5-10 times, right from the beginning, and people will see it. And you're already a natural, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. This is your first time. I don't know what you're saying.
This is his first hangout.
It's my first hangout. It's my first hangout.
Oh my gosh. Well, still, you're a natural.
I feel like it's you know, a meeting within our business, you know, our company. You know, we can all chime in from the comfort of wherever we're at, and that's my first time actually doing this, and it's powerful. I think it's really powerful.
It's the topic of my video tomorrow.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yo, guys, listen up. Google Hangout, you know, it's something amazing. Like our friend Troy just said, you know, we can use this for a lot of things. Tara and I already know, you know, Charles and I already know. You can have like 10 people on the panel, but if you're doing this, it's in a live broadcast, live on YouTube, and you're spreading your link. I just put a link out there for a 2-minute, 3-minute window, just to show them, look how fast this thing can go. You know. Well, imagine if we promote this a few days, yeah, and you know, people up and running for a special meeting, a special get-together, and then, you know, you as the host or as, you know, as the group together, you know, we will divide the people and you bring them into your business. You know how easy this is. I've been studying Google Hangouts for the last 6 months, and I really came up with some great ideas, some great ways to use it, you know. So that's why we just go into this like a little bit now, you know. Guys, I really want you guys to like really explode on Google Hangouts. Google Plus, it is the new, it's not new, I mean, it's now in the word of the people, the new social network, because everybody's like fluctuating from Facebook. They're all gonna go to G+. You know, G+ is gonna go crazy. So get the best out of it right now. Make yourself a authority on it, like Tara is doing. You know, she's wow. You know, I'm telling you, man. I'm following her every step, man. You know. Yeah, you know. Me myself, I'm doing my things. You know, I've been a little bit quiet lately because of some issues, but thank God those issues are hopefully in the past. Hopefully, and you know, keep on rocking it, man. You know, use it for your best, you know. So then, let me ask you a question right now.
Hey, go ahead, ask us.
Alright, cool. What made you decide to join or to start your business online?
You want to answer that?
You know,
As far as like what made me want to start the business online is what you're asking?
Yeah. What made you decide to go online, you know? I mean, a lot of people go online, but they don't have no why. What is your why, you know?
Sure. Well, I mean, I'll speak real briefly on like a little bit about my past so you guys understand why I decided to start making online. But basically, wanting to be an entrepreneur, wanting to run a business. I've been fortunate enough to, you know, do that in the past, not online, but in the past I have been able to do that. And what I've learned, and this is also, you know, I got to give credit to Robert Kiyosaki, is that he's, you know, if he could go back to his beginnings, he would start in network marketing companies. And one thing that I've learned in just sales in general is numbers. You play the law of attraction, or not law of attraction, but the law of numbers. And I guess you could line up 100 people and talk to each one of those persons for what you're promoting or what you have, your concept or whatever it is, and you might be able to get one person, but that one person can change your whole business. And that's one thing that I saw in entrepreneurship. And then when Priscilla, and she's actually the one that found this whole online marketing business. And you know, if you would have told me a couple years ago, hey, come make money online, I would have been like, you're crazy, that'll never work. But really, the extent that we have, the reach that we have is like as far as the eye can see, even further virtually, and we can reach as many people, especially the fact that we within Animal Lifestyle Network and the co-founders have created a university, a school for people who are just starting, and that's that's awesome. So to me, it was a no-brainer. Especially when my wife, I trust her the most, brought it to me. I'm like, hey, that's fine, but at the same time, I didn't want to join an affiliate company. Not to knock any companies out there, because I think network marketing is great, but I don't want to be, traveling, enjoying my business, but then having to go out on the beach if we're going to the beach and trying to sell knives or makeup to that person, right? So that's just how I saw it. We could be on the beach talking about what we want to do, and then just put it out there in cyberspace and let everyone just enjoy it from the comfort of their own home. And, that's my answer to your question, and that was a good question. Thank you.
I ask this question to a lot of people because a lot of people sometimes join or go online for the wrong reasons. I was talking to a guy a few days ago, and he was like, "Yo, please, man, help me make fast money online." Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell you this: the people that still, okay, I'm not gonna say it's not possible, because it is, because we have been doing it, and it's still being done. So I'm not saying it's not possible, but a lot of people come online and they think that like just gonna push a button and you're gonna be a millionaire. They come in with that attitude because it's the media of this industry. They're like brainwashing the people that it is possible. I just saw a new movie that they're making right now to go out in a week on this new software they're gonna bring out, and it's something that I'm telling you is that well made. If you look at it, you'll be like, oh man, this is the golden grail. I'm gonna buy it. It's $297 for the software, and I can already tell you this: it will not work because, hey, traffic. You cannot like click a button and you got traffic. You have to put some work into it. You have to be seen. You have to be there. Okay, software can make things easier, but it will not take away the whole work. It will not be like click one button and you get 1 million visitors in a half an hour. It's impossible. It doesn't exist. Or maybe I'm missing something. Well, I'm 7 years online. I've never seen nothing like it.
Sure. And that actually strikes a question that I had, and I think a lot of beginners online have this sort of question, because I know I had it, and little by little I'm getting my question answered, but I know there's still missing parts of the question. Like sometimes the question can be very general, but for somebody who's starting, maybe Troy, you can answer this, or Tara, or Chakuma, as far as like as new marketers, we see others out there that have been in this game, that have been doing this for a long time and have stacked up their content, their value. For people who are new, what would you say to those that are just like, well, I'm not that creative. I don't know how to make content. I don't know how to, make a video. Like, what would you guys say to them? What would be the easiest way to make it easy for them to actually, start building their foundation and up?
Anyone want to answer that?
I think that is probably one of the key challenges for new people. And there's two things, right? There's number one, there's the whole credibility BS. I mean, at the beginning, I'm going to say your name wrong. Shakuma. How do you say Shakuma?
Shakuma, yeah.
Just call him Jungle Boy.
Yeah, Jungle Boy.
Shakuma said it perfectly. He said, your self is your worst barrier, right? So just getting back to the two questions, that first question was credibility, because you kind of deal with the whole credibility thing, and then what do I do to create the content? Man, creating content is really tricky, because you think you have to be original, and you think you've got to write everything, and you think you've got to do everything. You really don't. You need to just be able to absorb information, and you need to be able to type, right? Come on, you got to write a blog, you got to do some stuff, but you need to really understand who your target market is. And honestly, I think right now you're talking about your target market. Your target market is the brand new person. So right now you're already giving yourself ideas. What do I need to do to create content? And you might say, here's the 3 things that I had to do to create content, or the 3 things that I had to do to get over this first hurdle. And when you start to get into a flow to understand that that's really what it's all about, you can get into the flow. I know that's not really a great answer, but that's pretty close to the truth.
No, that's awesome. That's a great answer. I'm glad that you took some time out to be in this call and answer that question for us.
You know, I appreciate all of you guys being on here, because the fact that Tara, you told us it's been 7 years and you're still here. Shakumar, you mentioned that you're having, problems or some things that you've been going through and you haven't been as active, but yet you're still here. So that just tells us, as newer people, that, if you guys are still around, there's a lot to be done, and there's good things that come out of it. So that really alone motivates me a lot.
I think we're living in the, without question, absolute most powerful time. I'm sorry, I think I may have interrupted you.
Oh, no. I'm just, where I was going with that is, if you're at a job and you have problems or other issues because life happens, and there's other things that we have to attend to, and if you step out of a job, most likely you don't have a job when you come back. But like Shakumar, he's able to attend to the things that he has to, and yet he's able to pick up and leave off where he started or where he left off, and just keep going, keep pushing forward, and that's awesome.
Without question, it comes down to the why. Honestly, it does. I don't know if everybody went through what everybody's done, but I'm a total weirdo. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I'm a co-founder. I'm an entrepreneur. I've started a bunch of companies, and I failed a bunch of companies. And in fact, I filed bankruptcy because stuff went so south. Thank God I have a wife that understands how crazy I am, and I didn't really leverage and get the house and the properties and all that stuff screwed up. But my point is, I never quit, right? And I was totally depressed, you guys, about a year ago, completely depressed, and I just because I was bummed out. I just lost a bunch of money. I got to file bankruptcy to keep my properties. Just an ugly story. And I happened to, just through circumstances, notice an ILN message in my wife's Facebook feed. That's how close it was for me to not find out about ILN. And I've been on the sidelines because I'm involved in a couple other companies that have kept me occupied, and I also work full-time. And I found out about this business, and it really blew my mind for a few reasons. Number one, it allows anybody, the barrier to entry is so low that anyone can literally get involved. And then once you get involved, you realize, yeah, the apprentice value is great. You get a blog, and you get hosting, and a lot of other great benefits on the tech side, because I'm a technical guy. Those are great. But when you get into the pro level, and I'm a TLA guy, and you get into those deeper levels, you understand the training and the teaching is you can't find it anywhere, right? Because it's all up here.
Yeah, I agree totally. As far as people who are, like Shakumar was saying, like you're saying, people who join and feel like they're entitled to a couple clicks of a button and that's very possible. But one thing I was thinking about, and I was actually talking to my wife about this the other day, was that people hear viral and they think, well, people are making money online, we're going to go viral too. But a lot of videos out there, most streamline, or I guess viral content that people see are like entertainment or making people laugh, that all of a sudden there was a video that just hit like 2,000 views, and it was really maybe somebody dancing on the street, jumping on top of cars, and all of a sudden 3 million people saw it, and they went viral. And then people get that same kind of feeling like that's going to happen if they join a business like this. And I certainly didn't think that. I know that there is entitlement like that out there. And, I have to say, even though we haven't been experiencing years online, I really feel like that's not the case. It's not going to work like that. There has to be time, just like any job, to get a promotion. You got to put in time. And the promotion is bigger checks, bigger community, right? So, that's how my intake has coming into this.
The best thing about it, friend, is that you can create that promotion, Look at that video you're talking about is when they went viral. It didn't went viral because it was sitting on YouTube. It went viral because Someone saw it, liked it, start sharing it. 10 people saw it, start sharing it. Before you do it, a lot of people see it and sharing it. And the more people share it, the more famous the video went. That make it viral, you know. Because before you know it, it's like multiplication. Sorry. Just like our business too, you know. You need like, let's say a family of 10. That 10 makes a family 100. Those family make it thousands, you know, like that, you know. The same thing. Like we put this video up right now. Yeah, let me show you a way to get something viral. And we're gonna go like to the millions right away, but it will reach thousands.
Okay.
Put this video up right now. All here started to share it with their friends. Like, hey, I saw something crazy. Check this out, and share it. They share it. Keeps on going, sharing, people sharing. Before you know it, within a few days, your video gets like thousands of views. It gets picked
Yeah, you gotta
up
get Holly out of here.
It's get picked up by YouTube or picked up by more people, and it will hit that market like a boom. It will go social everywhere. But it's like a snowball. You have to create that effect. Walk up that mountain is the hardest part. You know, that snowball is your video. You know, they're gonna let go. Give it momentum. You know, push. The push is gonna take more work because you have to push it down to let it become a size, and this momentum will take over there, you know. When it has momentum, then, my friend, you will have the avalanche because the snow will go so big, so much people are going to see it, and it will hit like bah, and everywhere, you know. That's the effect of something going viral, you know. You understand? If I can explain it anyway, that's the way, you know. We've done it with some other type of videos. I'm going to tell you the thing right away. Making an IM as an internet marketing product or group, whatever, go viral. I mean, a video go viral is not so easy as making a puppy licking a cat go viral video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's much more easier than a internet marketing video. It always will be. It always has been. Why? Because the niche is a little bit more conservative. You know, it's not like there are 1 trillion people ready to, you know. But there are 1 trillion people loving a cat and a dog playing together. You know, that makes it go viral. You know.
Can I say something on this subject?
Absolutely.
I love video all day. I make 4, 5, 10 videos. I host a hangout every single day. I love video.
That's your baby.
Small viewership, but there's quality because almost 70% of the people that I bring into that buy come from my videos. They don't come from Facebook. They don't come from G+. They find me on video. They go to my landing page. They get my phone number because I send them an email, and they call me on the phone.
When
it's
you
crazy
say video,
sauce.
Hey Tara, when you say video, you're talking about YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Tara is the king of YouTube. If you didn't know that, Troy.
The queen of YouTube.
I didn't. That's what I love about this because we're all like from totally different walks of life, and it's so awesome. That's why I clicked the button. Hey, Hangout, let's get together. And I'm like, okay, cool, dude, click. And that's what's so great about this little vibe you got going on here.
One thing I want to say, I've only been online since about the 1st of this year. If you guys meet people and you need to try and talk them into joining you, just let them go.
That's right. No convincing.
Yeah, don't waste your time because all they're going to do is waste your time and expect you to do everything for them.
Yep.
And you'll be chasing your tail and you're going to get nothing out of it other than headaches and trying to make them happy to keep them in your business. As soon as you have to validate what ILN or whatever online business it is to them, just walk away from them, and when they're ready, they'll come back.
That's the truth.
And continue to surround yourself with people on Hangouts like this that have either been in the business. Surround yourself with as many positive people as you possibly can, because you're going to hit downs, you're going to hit lows, and you're going to want to give up. And the more time you can spend on Hangouts with like the panel we have now or whatever, where you can get answers to your questions or whatever it may be, or just hey, you're doing good even if you haven't signed anybody up for 2 weeks or whatever. Just stay with positive people. The negative people, kick them to the wayside and say, hey, when you're ready, come back and talk to me.
I totally agree. I totally
it.
agree.
Yes, Charles.
That's it.
You know,
Myself, I try to convince everybody.
that's so
If I
true.
stopped convincing, I was on a pop and making money.
Yeah. You know, one thing that you know, just so I can talk about my past and how it relates so much to what you guys are covering right now is that working in sales, there's a technique that they teach. I'm sure you guys have heard of this, but basically, it's like you get somebody hype about the product
What type
or
of
the
sales?
service. You let them know. I'm sorry.
What kind of
You want to know
sales?
what kind of sales?
Oh, it was telemarketing, as a matter of fact, and that's another thing. I went from working security in a nightclub to telemarketing. I graduated school. I went back home, and then I needed a job, but it wasn't going to be in the nightclub because I was just tired of that industry. My friends told me just go back to doing that. You know what to do. You know you were a manager at a young age, managing people. You'll know how to do that. And to me, I was just like, no, I wanted something else. And I walked into a sales room and I saw a big whiteboard, which is numbers. I'm talking about like thousands of numbers next to everybody's name. And I'm just like, amazing. The energy was just, it was a good filled energy room. And I have seen some telemarketing rooms where it's bad energy, and I've seen some telemarketing rooms where it was good energy. But this one, in particular, for my first time, I was just like, man, this is something that I want to do. And, you know, being that the fact that, to my point was that, you have people that will be excited about your product, but then you come with the question is, are you ready to get started or ready to get this going? Let's move forward. And then you get every excuse in the world. And right there, one of the people that have trained me in sales told me, you take it away from them. You know, you could be like, oh, well, you know, well, that's not for you. Then great. You'll see me on, you know, Facebook, having a great time, living the lifestyle that I want to live in. And those people are just going to be irking inside, like, man, he presented this to me, and I said, inside, they're gonna know the excuse that they gave you, and it's gonna eat up at them. And I feel like that is when people come back to you, or that is when people will be like, you know what, this is something that I want, especially if they're feeling it, like, oh man, I gave them.
You gotta do the takeaway. You gotta do the takeaway.
The takeaway, yeah, you know, and you know, I know that.
It's great about the when you're involved in telephone sales, man. You want to talk about really learning people skills? Is that right? I mean, come on. Yeah. Because I've done it. It's tough.
Me too, and I was bad.
Well, you also got to think, you know, right now, if this was a sales presentation, we have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, including us, 5, 6 people. And if it was just me trying to talk to you guys or promote something to you guys, it would be a lot easier because I can see you. I can see your face. I can see your reaction, your body language on the telephone. I mean, I'm not going to go too far into this because this is just, you know, way off topic. On telephone, all you have is, you know, the sense of hearing. You don't see the person. And, you know, that's that. But, you know, back to, I guess, the whole point about this Google Plus Hangout was that we had questions. And one of the questions I still have, you know, I know that you guys went over, you know, having the right state of mind, just, you know, pushing through the trainings and like you were saying, Troy, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. Or I'm sorry, not Troy, but Charles was saying that there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. You know, don't worry about what people tell you. Just be involved. What would you guys say is like another big obstacle that you guys have ran into, especially because I know you guys have track record in this in the online marketing business?
Haters.
Yeah.
The minute you start having some success, they will come out of the woodwork. They'll play your videos. They'll mark your post as spam, even if you haven't shared a link publicly at all. They will defame you. They will do whatever they can. You've got to put blinders on and keep that vision so tight that it don't matter, because the only thing they're wishing is that you were there. They were your sponsor. That's all they're wishing.
Yeah.
All they're wishing is that you joined with them.
Yeah.
The more people that hate you, the more successful you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're a weak mind, that shit'll fuck you up. You got to be strong about that, because if you're weak in that particular moment, you might not be weak normally, but it might be a bad day and you come home and somebody sends you a screenshot of what someone said. You've got to be strong, because that'll knock you on your ass.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about protecting self-image, right? So, I mean, you need to be reading, you need to be making sure that you're plugged into the teaching, and you need to make sure that you're feeding this up here, because you may have been in situations, all of us have been, where you're in a group of people and there's an idiot in that group of people that's throwing BS at you, and you need to mentally get educated. Now that's not a negative, but you need to mentally get educated to understand that you need to throw a little backbone comments in, something like, well, hey Frank, that's great, but you're broke. I mean, honestly, because you got to get up over the top so that you can understand that you don't necessarily have to earn respect, but respect is a state of mind.
Respect. Yes, you have to be it. Yeah. And always consider the source. Like he just said, you could come back with, oh, you're broke, or my favorite thing, delete, block, and then go to every social media site, delete, block. Mm-hmm. Don't let no haters hang out in the world. Not a one. You wouldn't let them in your house. Don't let them on your main street. And our main street, like you were saying earlier, Dan, that was blowing my mind, is our Facebook and our Google Plus and our YouTube and our Twitter. That's Main Street America. People want to do business with people they love and know, because we're tired of just buying things from banner ads. If somebody's going to give you shit, let them go.
I'm sorry, Tara, I interrupted you again.
Oh, you're good. I'm just talking.
I have a very eclectic background, and I listen to a lot of business podcasts, and I listen to a lot of technology podcasts, and I listen to Adam Carolla as well. So Adam Carolla recently made a statement about what we're exactly talking about the haters, right? And actually, he was on the Tom Green show, and I highly recommend you guys watching that. But
that's funny.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Tom Green's like, well, what about the haters? What about the haters? You know Tom Green, that's really funny just by itself. But so Adam Carolla says, you know what? I love the haters. I like to kill them with kindness. That's another way to overcome someone else's shortcoming on their people skills. Because at the end of the day, it's your people skills and it's your mindset. And if Frank is an asshole, Frank, I'm really sorry that you are offended or feel bad about my X, Y, and Z. How would you react to this tweet? ? And they're like, whoa, that's a different approach. Yeah. And that's what Adam Carolla does, and he tries to win people over. He doesn't go over the top winning people over, but notice the difference is, Tara, no disrespect, but it's not block, because I think you have to block people every now and then. But it's trying to really take, another road. And when you do that, it's kind of interesting. You find out that people just have this weird veneer that they've got to be defensive and protectionist, and really they're just scared.
Yeah, like Charles just said, don't waste no times with those /haters, losers, people who don't. I'm telling you, I said in the Facebook group a few days ago, don't waste time with this oxygen waste. You know what I'm saying? These guys, there are people, man. That's why I'm in my dip too, because I had, and this is the craziest part, I had it come from my own team. We all know that I had a problem a few days ago and a few weeks ago. We got over it. It made our family stronger, a lot stronger. But
you talking about Infusionsoft?
Yeah.
Illusionsoft, as I like to call them. Illusionsoft. Yeah, it's one big illusion, man. How can you do that? Anyway, let's not get into that. The thing is this: I lost a lot of members.
Did you?
A lot. And that kind of got me into a little dip. But there's no problem. We're fighting together as one family. We're growing again, slowly but good. And you know why? Because the real people stayed. These people that jumped off, I'm gonna tell you this, my friend. With or without Illusionsoft falling out or whatever, they would have fallen off anyways.
That's right.
And I have just recently accepted that. It took a lot of acknowledging and thinking, and the problem of a human being is that they have too much pride. We all have pride. Sometimes you need to put the pride aside to accept things how it is. Okay, I had a great loss. To hell with it, and let's do it again. I'm sorry for my words, but that's the way it is. So that was makes anybody in this kind of business strong. Look at Tara is 7 years online. I'm 7 years online. Troy, I don't know how long you're online. I think
he's done a lot of loss, though, so he's definitely got experience there.
Yeah, So, you know, the only way that you're sticking 7 or more years online is not because you know it's possible. No, it's because you make it possible. It's because you want it to be possible. It's because that you have a why that you're going for. Look, you guys, I've done a lot of businesses online, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, ILN. If for me, I told Dan too in the past, I never ever liked types of businesses like those businesses. You know, when I say no names, because I ain't like that, I ain't no hater, you know. But I will tell you this: ILN's vibe, the family, the connection, everything that we get in here in this family, I recommend to everybody. So everybody that's seeing this video in the future now or whenever to come, get in contact, you know, with one of these guys, with Dan, with Troy, with Tara, with Charles, you know, and let's build this family bigger and bigger. Because if you really want to make money online, this is the best and a great way to start. That's my point.
You know, I agree 100% because, you know, the family angle, right? You know, the Three Musketeers kind of mentality, if you will. That's one thing, but the ability for you to actually fix this up here, because most people need to get this fixed first, is what, you know, 95% of the teaching is up here, right? Because 5% is how to build a sales funnel. Like, you can go figure that out. That ain't no big deal. I mean, especially today, you don't even need to have to write code. You can go get lead pages. You can sign yourself up for a freaking sales funnel. No big deal. My point is,
why you come to me?
What's that?
Why you come to me?
Why do I got to be mean?
Oh, you don't know, I'm a programmer, man. I do all those things by hand, bro.
Oh, well, then if you're a programmer, you know exactly what I'm saying. We don't need y'all anymore. No, I'm kidding.
Somebody trying to put him in his place.
No.
But let me tell you this, man. Even all those softwares that you think that you don't need us no more, we programmed them, so you do need us.
Oh hell yes, we do. But I will tell you this. For newbies, for folks who just want to run Google ads or maybe run a Facebook ad, there are tools now to where you don't have to have that sophistication level. The fact that you do have the sophistication level speaks to how much of an expert you are in a space, to be honest with you. And you know what I'm saying. It's way easier now for newbies. And that barrier's really just been dropped over the last maybe 2 years. What do you think? 2 years, a year?
Yeah, I would say the last year, 2 years. It's totally. Yeah. You know, look at us right now. You used to have to be a multiple six-figure MLM rock star to own webinars on air.
Yeah.
But not webinars, like the old school webinar. You know, I used to be in Talk Fusion. It was $500 to join.
Yeah.
$10,000
to be a host.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Membership, $10,000 to be a host, man. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I actually just now you guys are talking about like numbers a little bit and prices. I did a video not too long ago on the fact that, like Shakumar, you were saying people left, but you realize the people that were actually going to leave were going to leave regardless. And the people that actually want change in their life, and I've talked to lots of people that want to change in their life, and they feel like they hear something like network marketing, and like I was saying earlier, all these excuses just come out of like vomit. But the fact that these same people will actually continue to pay like subscriptions for cable or I don't know, something of their cell phone, and these prices are actually a lot more than what ILNU has to offer. And it's just like, man, like how is that not like clicking up here? And
that's such a great point. Yeah. That is such a great point. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have Solomon. Solomon CEO is so profound and so it's an interpersonal teaching that I don't think you can listen to all of those videos and come away not changed. I really don't think that you can. Does anyone have Solomon here? Everyone?
No, I think that Solomon, each and every one of the videos change. You know? Yeah. I think just by watching one of them, you know, and then you change already. You go to the second one, and then you're like, whoa, boom, you know. But all the information that we're getting into the back end of ILN, it's powerful.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I my friend, that is a difference in this thing. The knowledge that you're getting is huge. But once again, if you don't take that first step, all that knowledge is just up here and will never be used, you know? Understand?
Yeah.
You know, the other thing about ILN that I think is often overlooked is the fact that it's 100. Because I've been fortunate enough to been around this a little bit, and I know Vince. One of the things is, and I don't know Mark, but I know Vince. And one of the things is, it's totally purity and purpose, right? It's pure, it's godly, and it's got principles that are not man-made. That's a big deal. And when you think about putting a people organization together, you need that kind of glue. You need people to be grounded. And that kind of teaching, you know, honestly, I don't think you get anywhere else, honestly.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
I agree.
Pay tens of thousands for their college. Well, I mean, college is great. You know, university is great, but
I dropped out.
but, you know,
What is college?
$1,000 cash.
Show to the dropouts.
Notice how all of us had to say something right there when we talked about the comparison. We all were like, "Yeah, oh, absolutely, that's awesome." Because you know we're not.
I did graduate, but I'm the first to
Don't
say
be
that
ashamed of it. That's good.
it's just it's a business, though. It's really a business. They didn't guarantee me, you know, the highest paying job, or I mean, I'm happy where I'm at. That's all I can say.
Well, let me tell you like this. My father, he always loved to compare me with my nephews and all that, you know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I am like the problem child of the family. Yes, I am.
I believe that.
Amen, brother.
That's why you're in the jungle.
Ah, cool.
That's why you're in the jungle.
Yeah, you know,
You have a retreat.
yeah, I think I came all the way to the jungle to be safe here, you know. Not hurt them no more, you know. Like crazy, man. No, I'm from the Caribbean. I was born in Amsterdam, Holland, you know. So, anyway, the thing was this: these nephews of mine. They're all like these study type of guys, and I don't want to say nerds, but I'm just saying it, you know. There was like all these study guys, really going good to school and all that, you know. I was always interested more in sports, you know. I've practiced a sport for 12 beautiful years. I was professional in it, you know. And
That's
so,
a long time. 12 years?
12 years Muay Thai. I'm a Muay Thai expert, my friend. Professional, bro.
MMA.
MMA, you know. So,
Uh-oh.
okay, then that's...
Watch out.
Hey, that's a really big deal. I don't think you should gloss over that. You studied Muay Thai for 12 years. That is a major thing, man. Honestly, I think everybody needs to clap. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Round of applause.
And anybody who's listening to this that knows MMA, that's a big freaking deal.
I know.
So, good job, dude.
I think his head just swelled up.
I see that. You only got your nose on the camera now. What's going on?
You know what's the thing, my friend? Nobody told me like that, you know. They always was like breaking me, you know, like, hey, I'll go to school, go to do this, go to do that, you know. And I just taught them a few things a few days ago too. Like, the more you push me, the less I do what you want me to do, you know. The more you want me to do that, I'm the problem child, you know. So, anyways, what we're going back to is this: it's all these guys studying and staying so long to find out what now. There's so much years further now from when they started. They finished the school and everything, and what to find? Ain't got no job. There is no position for them, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? One of these guys like studied doctor so much years, and now he's like waiting for the last 2 years for a position because first of all, there is no position, there is no good pay, and whatever, you know. So can you believe that now I'm making more money online than all of these guys that had studied for something that had to make them more money than anyone? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the beauty of being online, and it's just being you, you know. You don't have to be a college guy, a Harvard guy. Yeah, I'm telling you this. Saw that, I don't know, I cannot go walk out right now, but can you show me my car? You got people having this ad on Facebook running right now. You see this like, normal car, teacher car, yeah? And you see like a normal car, student car. And then you see this awesome, what is it, Lamborghini, and it says dropout. I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
that's what it is, you know?
I do believe that is the era we're in.
Yeah, and you know why they say dropout? It's not dropout because you drop out of the school or whatever. No, you drop out because you are not a person who is ready to be brainwashed by a system that's been around for thousands of years that doesn't work no more. And that's
right.
it. You got heart, you got mind, you got guts, because you're looking for your own way, like it used to be, you know, like people doing anything and everything to survive. And that is what's happening right now, because as we can see, the world is changing, guys, and everybody's going to go online. You want to be part of it, be a part of it now. You can't be a part of it right now, you're missing out.
I think it's kind of interesting when you take a look at unemployment stats, right, in the U.S. And, you know, there's the whole political argument, and then there's the reality of the numbers, and then there is the fact that more and more people are not making money in a traditional sense. So they, you know, they're out of that employee mentality, and, you know, people are making money online. And it's becoming more and more prevalent, and the days of folks thinking that they're going to get ripped off, or somebody's going to steal my credit card, or blah blah blah. Of course, that's still out there, but the reality is, they're starting to understand the leverage and the leverage that you can get. And when you position yourself with an organization like ILN, which has what my favorite phrase is. Purity and purpose, and you literally can help people no matter what, right? You can help people by just getting them at the professional level. Maybe they don't even want to blog. Hey, Frank, maybe you don't need the blog, but listen, you need to frickin' listen to some of this stuff to get your head straight. And it's $95 a month plus 37 bucks. So, I mean, beyond the business play, there's a huge value that comes from really helping people get their head straight, and you know, purity and purpose and true north attitude and all that sort of stuff. You can't find it. You can't find it. I haven't seen it. I don't see it. I haven't seen anything like ILN, honestly.
Nope.
Yeah, you're right.
ILN is something different, man. It's something different. Like I told you, man, I'm doing online marketing a lot. I've done it for the last 7 years. I've built websites. I've done mobile marketing. I got my bachelor in that. Oh, I did a study for something there, but I did it online and I did it myself. I did network.
You grew up so pissed off, man.
Sorry?
It's really funny. You grew up so pissed off that it excelled your success.
Yeah, I had to, man. You know. But you know, if like always, man, they say I changed it a bit, you know. But they say if there is a will, there is a way, you know. Where I come from, we say this: if there is a will, we make a way, you know.
Yeah.
Matter if I know we make a way. If the way have to go through rocks, mountains, and whatever, man. I ain't like Ali. He says, man, if the mountain won't come to me, if I can go to the mountain will come to me. I go through to the mountain, man. I just break the mountain, you know. For me, the obstacles, as I told you already, man, there is no obstacle for me. The only obstacle there is me. So if you acknowledge that, my friend, there is no obstacle. One of my videos, about fear, I made about fear. A lot of people get stuck in their things because they have fear. Fear of what? Not fear of growth, no, fear of failure, because they fear death. If death can be anything, death can be death literally, death can be that you're losing something, losing time, or you know what I'm saying? Things like that. You understand what I'm saying? So it can be anything. If you don't fear death itself, there is no fear. There can only be peace. And if there's peace, there's nothing you can't do. And that's the way it is with anything that you do. You know? Okay. I see that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I just want to like, I want to say that the fact that we talked about having this Google Hangout, and in the beginning I said it was going to be only like a short little video, and the fact that it's gone this long, you know, I just had one more question to just take back about the point. I know it's a Hangout and we got out talking about whatever it is that we wanted to talk about, but what what I wanted.
I lost everybody. Are you guys back?
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
You're back.
You found us. But basically, Troy, what I was saying is that I know that we've been going on for a while now, and this is a Google Hangout, and it's, you know, I'm free to talk about whatever, but I just want to take it back to the questions that I had. You know, I know that if anybody else has any questions, go ahead. But we talked about a lot of what are the biggest things that, you know, as newcomers into this industry, what are the things that the biggest obstacles they will face? You know, we all talked briefly about our why. One of my next questions would be, and I think it's only you know, fair that we talk about this, is like I'm kind of got inspired by Vince Ortega Jr. He put an update, you know, saying what is the biggest thing we learned out of this or have taken out of the island. And I'll start, and I would like, you know, all you guys to give your pretty much like your biggest achievement. For me is it's in this Google Plus. The fact that I spoke with Shakumar, it was just him and I, and my wife joined on, Troy joined on, Tara joined on, Charles joined on, and all of a sudden it just grew to this like bigger. I know there wasn't thousands of people on this call, but the fact that through the Internet Lifestyle Network we put a link that people are willing to support, that is the biggest thing that I've gotten out of the island. You know, that all just is explosive, you know, and I just want to say that. So I would really like to know what's the biggest achievement you guys have had, whether it be your bank account, whether it be mentally, spiritually. I'm really would like to know.
I think one of my biggest achievements is the friendships I've made. Do I want my online business to succeed and blow up and be able to do just that, and keep my wife at home with our kids so she doesn't have to work? Yeah, I do, but I've made friendships that are going to last a lifetime. Granted, I've never met those people in person other than a couple. I would have no problem flying down to the jungle and spending 2 weeks, you know, there. Or I've been invited over to France, to Greece, to Great Britain by people I've only met online, and to me that's priceless. You can't put a price tag on that. But those people that you make those friendships with are going to help you in your business, whether they're directly involved in the same business as you or not. You'll get insight from them. You'll get information from them that's priceless, because you make that friendship, you make that connection, and you're not just trying to sell them on what you're doing. You know, so.
I get you. I feel you on that for sure.
That was great.
I'm going to call him Gino because it's easier for me to say. But we've spent hours and hours and hours on Google Hangouts, man, and we've tried to work through things. We've tried to do things. I've seen his programming and what he can do with a computer, and man, you're absolutely amazing. And he does not give up when he puts his mind to something, and it will drive you to not give up. Just knowing him and seeing the drive that he has, and you feed off of each other, and you feed off of the people you surround yourself with.
The power of association.
Yeah, exactly, Troy.
Sure. Anybody else want to talk about the achievement?
Dan, I didn't fully understand your question. Can you just reframe your question for me?
Yeah, basically was I was just going over the fact that we are having this Google Hangout, and I'm glad that we're talking about whatever it is we want to talk about. But one of the questions I had was taking it back to what Vincent said. Is he asked what is the biggest, I guess, a thing, importance, or not just the biggest thing you've taken out of ILN. You could talk about either your biggest achievement or, you know, what you've taken out of it from your bank account, whatever it may be. But what is it that comes to mind that when you hear Island U and what it's done for you? I'm curious to know what it's done for all you.
You know, it's a pretty big, pretty big. I said bitty prig. I didn't mean to say that, but it might be some of this. But for me, you have to really kind of understand my situation was pretty dire. All right, so I had just had to I had just had to file bankruptcy, and my wife's computer in the house in her office died, so she was on my Mac, and I had another computer, and I literally had to deal with not having a computer that I was used to using a lot, and so I know that all these details might be weird, but I'm going to get to the point. So she's using my computer, so I don't have like mobility like we have right now. I'm sitting here talking to you, and just out of complete happenstance, well, she used to do her emails and her Facebook and all that in her office. Well, she happened to borrow my computer, put it on a table out in the living room, and I was in my office working on a different business, and just really depressed, you guys, like bummed out because I was going through some BS, and still ridiculously blessed. I mean, come on, I honestly ridiculously blessed. I want to put that in perspective, but bummed out because I just failed another business. And I walked back into the house because it was a Saturday and I was going to make lunch, and I was making a peanut butter sandwich, and I just happened to look over at the kitchen table, and my computer was angled just enough. And if you guys have been around ILN at all, you may remember this when Mark Hoverson and shoot, I forget the fellow's name, who created another organization that's not helping this conversation at all. But it was a live hangout. It was a live hangout to go. Thank you, Charles, for laughing. Jesus, it's gonna get worse. So what ended up happening was that was my visual on an opportunity, and I saved the link, and I went to a replay and went and watched it about a week later and realized the business model because I understand business and had hope again. That's my point. ILN gave me hope again, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Amen.
Awesome. That's powerful.
Well, for me, man, both of you guys, like what Charles said and what you're saying, Troy, I got a piece of also my story. What ILN did for me, my friend, was make it possible helping 1,000 people so easy. You know, because I told myself I'm gonna go for those 1,000. You know, and I literally, I think, helped 1,000 people become a better self, either with ILN itself or through ILN through the videos, or in any way helping them online marketing because they saw me on Facebook with ILN or something like that, you know. So that kind of, you know, gave me this great impact. How ILN helped me help other people. That's the thing. And also, Charles said, man, I mean, I met 1,000s of people, man, around the world, man, super people like you guys, and much more. And man, I mean, you guys are like a family, man. You know, each and one of the guys. The guys who know me know, man. I mean, I go all out. If I need to like stay up with you like 24 hours, I will. You know.
He'll stay up longer than that.
I know. But Charles, no, we was working on this project, and Charles, by the way, it finally clicked, huh? So let's get back into that for a few days if we can. What happened? We literally, man. I was like a week up. I didn't sleep for 7-8 days. Didn't sleep at all. And this guy here is proof. No joke, man. This guy Charles is proof. He stood up and was like, "Yo, you're early, or didn't you go to bed yet?" I'm like, "No, I'm busy, man. I'm still programming, man. You know." And I, literally, when I'm in my zone, day and night doesn't exist for me, man. I don't feel the tiredness. I don't see the time. I don't even know it no more. I'm there. Well, after that, remember, Charles? After the 7-8 days, I slept for 2 days. I was out for 2 days, man. You know. Yeah, you know. We made this whole programming. Oh my god, man, crazy shit.
It went from being able to get a hold of him at any time to he was gone for 2 days.
Yep. So you could get a hold of him anytime, and then 2 days I was out.
Hey, by the way, that video that I'm talking about, the replay was when Vince interviewed Mark Hoverson and Jonathan Budman.
Yeah.
No. You guys remember that at all?
No, we weren't a part of it.
Right when Hoverson was coming into ILN and dropping all of his stuff, you know, like a year or so ago. I've been on the sidelines, you know, watching.
It's a little bit more than a year ago, my friend.
Okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about, huh?
Saw the video.
All right.
Yeah, awesome stuff, man.
So I saw that video. It's more than a year ago, man.
I'm really curious to know
you
because
just don't know.
Yeah, we're old school guys, man.
I think it's awesome how we're having to hang out with a lot of the vets who's been around for a while. That's awesome. Just the fact that you guys are taking your time out to talk to us and explaining that you guys will do whatever it takes. You know, I haven't stayed up for 7 days straight doing anything within this community, but I know that I've spent a lot of time, you know, with Jacques Umar, with my wife, myself, just involved, engaged, and it's like time just passes quicker when it's fun to me because I know that the whole process is just going to be a huge one as far as outcome goes. But I'm really curious to know, like, what is your biggest outtake on this? I know we've heard from everybody on here. I want to know from you, what's your biggest thing from ILN that you've learned?
Well, since we're talking about time right now, what I can say is that this sure beats staring. That's like one of the worst things that I hate, or the biggest things that I hated about having, you know, 9 to 5 job is staring at the clock, and especially if you're sitting down at a desk. Like, I literally, like, I mean, I would do work and then look at the clock, and I'm just like, slow. That would literally just drive me crazy. And like Shakumar said, we've stayed up really late at night, and he's like, I'm like, oh, you're supposed to finish at this. He's like, what time? I don't see a time when we keep going, you know. And that's just awesome because we do forget what time it is, and like he said it best. Time does not exist. I love it.
You know why?
Cool.
Because
That's
you
cool.
know, what ends up happening is
cool. Time doesn't exist in the ILN world.
It doesn't, because guess what? You're in dream world, right? You're chasing your dreams. You've got an opportunity to actually chase your dreams, and that is a big eye opener. When you find an opportunity to chase your dreams, you don't sleep.
No. You don't. Why? You know, someone asked me, yo, don't you sleep? I told him, I sleep when I'm dead, man. You know, then I'll sleep. I'm too busy living, man. Life is great, you know. You know?
That's awesome. Well, you know, I'm actually looking at the clock right now, guys, and I would love for this hangout to keep going. If you guys want to keep going, I'm more open for it. You know, I if anybody has any questions, you know, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I know I have a couple of questions, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you guys want to keep going on this, you know, you guys tell me, we can still keep discussing that.
Hey, man, I'll flap my lips for another half hour. That ain't no big deal.
You know, guys, this project was to have a short video. Well, as I'm seeing now, I don't even think that YouTube is gonna let us upload it. You know? Okay, now it's live, so there's no problem. Dan, I got a question for you, and let's keep this hangout for today to like this, but let's make more of these hangouts. But I do want to tell each and every, because we are all, and this is the craziest part, we all are from different teams, you know.
Yeah.
They're all different teams, you know, and that makes this thing so powerful. We have here like 4 or 5 different teams brainstorming, getting the word out, you know, making it happen, you know. But I do want you guys understand, take more time into the Google Hangouts, make more Google Hangouts with your own team. Yeah, I found it in the days that I was doing this a lot with my team, that the unity gets really powerful. Like me, Charles, and our good old friend Lauren, he knows what we're talking about. We had like, I don't know, an hour maybe, or maybe more, pure laughs. We was not talking nothing that was making sense. We had just pure laughs on the Google Hangout with these faces and these things. Remember, man, those drawings and things, man. It's not a word. I'm telling you, yeah. But you know what's the thing, my friend? You know what's the thing? Oh, hold on.
Somebody's trying to make some faces right now.
Yeah. Hold on. You know, things like this, this face. Or you like this, you know what I'm saying? So, that's the power of these Google Hangouts. You can have fun. You can have so much things happening, But the thing is this. Don't forget this. What makes people connect better and having fun? Understand? So if you're having Google Hangouts with each other, and having fun, man, future, Charles, man, So we literally went crazy on this, man,
Yeah.
So guys,
it was absolutely awesome.
for you guys,
Hey, look at Charles.
Yeah, he's all ready for the next dive in, baby.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's funny, man.
That's awesome.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for attending this Google Hangout. Priscilla
Absolutely.
and Dan, Tara, Charles, all you guys. Troy, it's been amazing having you guys here. And just like,
thank you for throwing that out.
yeah, just the way, just like get people involved and make it a happier place, because sometimes the internet can be a very, very lonely place.
Absolutely.
Hey, but also, guys, if you want, we'll share these videos with your teams, especially because we're all part of different teams. I think we could do that. I know I'll be using this video, especially because this is my first one with Priscilla and my wife, and you guys, man, we'll definitely get together again sometime soon.
Oh, yes, we will. What you think? This is the end. It just started, man. It just started.
Hey, Dan and Priscilla,
Yes.
good on you guys working as a team and working on your marriage and working on a dream together. That's a big deal, man, and that is a big key part of success, because Dan, you're gonna relate to the guys, and you're gonna and not relate to some of the guys, and Priscilla's gonna relate to everyone else. but
That's true.
all I'm saying is the gals are the magic in this business when you talk to somebody who's married. And Priscilla, you having all of your cards on the table and being involved, you're really going to help your business, and it's a great place for you guys to be. So congratulations, man. Tomorrow is going to be better than today, and it's going to continue that way.
Always
Thank you.
Always will be.
Awesome.
Okay, guys.
I appreciate that. That's true. Guys always need like a little push, And at first, when I came across this, I always knew that he wouldn't go back. I mean, like he talked a little bit about his business that he had before, and when it came time to that, he told me he wanted to change things up and get into something different. I realized that that I needed to get on the search, and when I came across ILN. I told him about it, and he's more logical than we're both left side and right side, brain. And he told me, well, let me look a little bit and see what I find, and then he came back and he was just like, yes, let's do it. And I knew right there that it was like we were just going to be going uphill, and it was going to be great. And I'm just so happy that we're meeting all of you now. And I think you guys are just awesome, each your own personalities, and us getting together on here is just great.
Right
Very
on.
thankful.
Hey, last question, you guys. I'm sorry. Priscilla, how'd you find out about ILN?
I actually, our sponsor, actually, I found him through Instagram, and
Nice.
he, yeah,
Beasley?
No.
Sorry?
Never mind. Never mind. Beasley. There's a
No,
Beasley,
no.
He's an Instagram crazy man. Hey, you know, it really is amazing what we have a hold of, and it was great to meet you guys. Thank you so much, Chuck Kumar, for putting this together. And it's badass to hang out with you guys. Hey, Charles, obviously you're in Venice. I don't want to interrupt what you got going on.
Oh.
Cool, right?
I've been to Venice, man. I didn't see nobody like that in the river. Anyway.
Yeah, it'd be pretty freaky. It'd probably blow up on YouTube.
All right, man. Hey,
Right away, man.
awesome to meet you guys. Awesome to meet you guys. Until the next time, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Well, Troy, keep an eye out because I will put in more of his posts shortly.
Right on, man. All right, guys.
Cool.
Take care. Have a great night.
All right. Take it easy.
Good night.
Cool, my
All
guys.
right,
You guys
that's
here.
it. Let's wrap this up. Spend quite some time on this.
I wanna go to Venice.
Yeah, work hard and you will. You know? No. We say
Even better,
work
just
hard.
open your Google Effects. Now I'm at the beach.
Yay!
You were really.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up the call, and then we can continue with our doodlies and everything on the videos. All right.
Yeah, just go off off life, you know. But
Yeah.
don't click that red phone thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just gonna click right here and stop our broadcast.
Oh.